Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. Good Friday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of HR Coffee with Craig. And I'm here with Mark Twomey, the founder and president of Tara Consulting, Tara HR Consulting. Mark, you look very tan today.
Yeah, we got a little bit of sun on the winter break.
Yeah. So it hasn't been the harsh winter that the rest of us have suffered through.
Well, I don't know if you've suffered as bad as some has, but yeah, no, needed to get out and rejuvenate, get refreshed, and get ready for this year. So I feel full of energy, feel ready to go.
Well, great. So. Well, end of perfect day, end of January, or is February now, right? Yeah. So we can wrap up January. It's always good to see you because I know you're finding jobs for everybody and keeping the real estate sector employed. So how did you? Last time we met, we were kind of doing a recap of last year and what kind of you thought was going to happen this year. So how do you see January?
Yeah, well, look, January's always a busy month for new starters, beginning of the year, new budgets, so it's always a bumper month for announcing new starters. So let's jump into some of these.
Yeah, sure.
There's definitely some interesting ones this month. So let's start with Savills, Poland. Kamil Kowa, who has taken on the role as managing director in Savills, Poland, and great move for Kamil. He's been there for 9 years already in corporate finance and head of valuation, so he knows the business extremely well.
Right. And he's working with probably Jordan, working for Jordan.
Yes. Stuart Jordan. Stuart, yeah. So Kamil would obviously run the Polish operation, and Stuart Jordan is
running over things,
regional.
Stuart,
And Kamil is a very experienced guy. 9 years with Savills, 10 years with Ernst & Young before that, corporate finance. Good, safe pair of hands. So best of luck, Kamil. Hope it all goes well. He's also got they've also brought in a couple of new department heads like Mark Richardson and guys like that as well.
Oh, right.
So, they've got a good kind of commercial team there as well. So
a few change-ups there in Savills. So good to see you.
Looks good. Moving on, Michal Obara has joined Student Depot as managing director, and which is partly owned by Kazimir Europe. So Michal, who many people know, has been with ECHO for the last 20 years or so, mostly in investment director roles. I need to check this, but I think he was with when Student Depot started here, maybe back in 2016, 2017, when Griffin had started it, and because I think it actually originated with Griffin, and I think Michal was involved in that startup. So I think he may have just kind of gone back 10 years later, back to his original babies. So
we're all going full circle at some point. Yeah.
So congratulations, Michal. Wish you all the best.
Now he's running it. Good.
So Antonio Pomas has joined Rivatis as country head for Poland. Tony's a great guy. He's Italian. He's lived here for quite a while. I've known him for quite a while. Lovely guy. Before Rivatis, he was with Golden Star, the guys who owned the Marriott, a couple of other assets around Poland. So he was with them for 5.5 years. Prior to that, he came to Poland originally with Lone Star. When they bought into GTC.
That was a long time ago, yeah.
So Antonio came over with Lone Star, and he was responsible for acquisitions and asset management with Lone Star, working with GTC in Poland. So that's how he got to know the market. So best of luck, Antonio. Wish you all the best, and we'll see you soon. So Moving on, then Indotech Group, who have been growing rapidly over the last 12 months, which is great to see. Mateusz Sajka has built a very nice team there. His latest addition is Konrad Heidinger, who has joined as transaction manager. So Konrad, again, a very experienced guy. You know, he's been in capital markets with CBRE and Knight Frank for about 10 years between both. Prior to Indotech, he was with Sirena.
Oh, right. Okay.
As an investment director. So, you know, so this is...
Yeah, they know what's going on in Poland, for sure. Yeah.
So, so as you know, Indotech are the Hungarian group. So, so you know, building that local knowledge is key for them. So, so that's a nice one as well. So,
yeah, the last few years, Indotech has really done a lot out of Hungary. You know.
Yeah.
I remember talking to them. They're like, "No, we're not investing in Hungary. We're looking at the rest of the region." And
yeah, and they're looking at the rest of Europe as well. And from what I know, like Italy and Spain are big on their radar as well. And so there's, you know, so
big team there, big international team now.
Yeah. So so that's that one. Moving on, Christian Modrzewski has joined Newgate Investment. So Christian, again, another very experienced guy. Prior to joining Newgate, Christian was with LCP as an expansion director for the past 8 years. So LCP are another one who've been growing and
doing, big expansion.
Yeah, and doing more. And Christian was involved in that. Obviously before he moved.
Right.
So yeah, so moving on to Newgate, and I'm sure he'll continue that vein of good work with Newgate.
Yeah.
So best of luck, Christian.
LCP also a lot in Romania too. They bought a huge retail chain in Romania. Okay. So it's Poland, Romania, UK, probably some other places we're not necessarily aware of at the moment.
Speaking of LCP, they are hiring as well, and they have hired Michał Kozwolski as Land and Development Director. Prior to LCP, well, actually, as you know, Magda Kowalska had joined LCP last year as Managing Director.
Right.
She came from Emo Finance. Michał here was with Emo Finance for 7 years, so obviously Magda recognized that he was a good guy and knew what he was doing, and so she decided to bring him over to LCP. So getting the old band back together, at least one.
Well, so, with Emo Finance joining CPI or merging with CPI, it's kind of been. LCP has been like the net beneficiaries, picking up some top people.
Yeah, it seems so. So best of luck to Michał and to LCP. Moving along, John Mackay has joined REM Group in Budapest. Don't know if you know John from your...
I know John, but I don't really know REM Group that well, embarrassed to say.
They're a Hungarian outfit, and they... I did a little... I must admit, I had the same thought as you, so I did a bit of digging on them, and apparently they were established, they go back to 1994, within Raiffeisen Hungary banking group, before undertaking a management buyout in 2008. So they've been in the Hungarian market since 2008. So so that's quite a while, actually.
Yeah, exactly. We probably know their projects or something.
Yeah. So they've overseen construction of more than 230,000 square meters of real estate, over 35 projects. I would assume that's mostly Hungarian.
Right.
And a portfolio of 650 million euro. So that's not small.
Not small, no, for sure not.
So so John has joined as head of that group, and prior to that, John has been in Budapest for a long time. I think since early 2000s. So he's been with CEE, who we obviously just mentioned, IKEA, Cushman, so a very experienced guy,
right?
And knows that market.
I think I met him when he was at Cushman. I think that's where he started, even. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So anyway,
the old team out of Cushman back then. Yeah, of course. Well, we'll have to invite him to our jury for CRE Awards in Hungary.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That was a long time ago, well before my time, Craig. I was still in diapers at that stage.
Yeah, you're too young to remember that. But I'll send you some old PDF from those days. Yeah.
Did they have PDF back then?
Probably not. It was written in stone. Yeah?
Fax me.
I'll send you a fax.
So moving on, Alicia Kwiatkowska has joined Reassurance.
Oh, okay.
And we know the guys at Reassurance very, very well.
That's David Yearn,
yeah.
Okay.
You know, and they've been growing, yeah. So I think the past year they've hired what, 6 or 7 people in the region now.
Yeah. The other title insurance companies have went a little quiet as far as announcing things and everything, and I see Reassurance keep sending things out. So something's going on over there.
Yeah, you know, so these guys have definitely got the bit between their teeth and growing, not just in Poland but in Czech and in Hungary as well.
Yeah. Romania too, opening soon in Romania.
So something going on there as well. So you know, it's great for them, and we're all about, you know, championing, you know, local entrepreneurial businesses as well, so you know, best of luck to Alicia and the rest of the team at Reassurance.
She's transaction advisor, I see.
Yes, transaction advisor, and previously she was with Greenberg, spent time with Greenberg, spent time with Dentons. She's educated. She was at the University of Bristol. I believe she's a qualified UK solicitor as well.
Right. Okay.
So that, you know, maybe they're going to expand into the UK at some point.
Yeah, sounds like they should. Yeah,
that might be an option.
Well, she's been with Greenberg and with Dentons. Then she's on those are the top 2.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of growing entrepreneurs, a little bit of shout out to her own Tara HRC. So Marina Dolnina has joined us at the beginning of this year, and Marina has some really nice experience. She came from a leasing background, office leasing background, working with Echo Investment for a couple of years, Global Worth, CBRE. So she knows the market.
She knows a few people around.
Yeah, she knows the players around. She knows the market around, and you know, and I suppose that's just kind of testament to, you know, the I suppose the level of activity that we've been experiencing over the last kind of 6 months or so, and you know, right time, right place for us to meet Marina. And bring her on board, and hopefully she'll be able to bring in some of her connections as well. So
is she bringing new clients or people, or
both? Yeah,
candidates.
Yeah, both. We you know, we all kind of work on both sides. You know, we're very integrated as a team. We're all bringing clients. We're all bringing candidates.
Right.
And we'll bring whatever we have to the table and develop it from there.
She's meeting a client and probably already has a couple candidates in mind when she's meeting with them.
Good. So
we'll see her on the. Is she coming to our retail awards next week?
But my other colleague Magda Conjea will be at the retail awards. So
also very well known on the market, Magda.
So watch out for Magda, everybody. She'll be at the retail awards.
She's pretty connected with everybody in retail. Magda, that's right.
Yeah.
So good.
So that's it. That's a wrap for January. There were more, obviously, but you know, we're, as per usual, we're a little bit time constrained.
We can stay all day and talk about it.
Yeah, so it was a busy month, so I just wanted to touch on some of those few ones.
So what do you think about, a little bit longer, what do you think about, you know, the quarter? So February's coming up. You must have February, March, MIPIM. How do you see kind of the quarter shaping up? It looks like January was okay, but that's sales from last year, pushing through.
Yeah. But look, you know, from what we're seeing from projects that we're starting already in January, projects that we're already talking about for starting in February and March, there seems to be like a healthy pipeline.
They're still going.
Yeah.
No one's cutting back.
No, not at all. Okay. You know, not at all. And you know, I heard somebody the other day say the phrase "survive until 25," but it doesn't seem that way. You know,
exactly.
You know, I think I think we'll definitely see more and more activity. I think the second half of this year will definitely be back in a much stronger position. But we're heading in the right direction for sure.
I mean, this survive till 25. I keep hearing it, but it doesn't seem like everything's dried up and just died. It seems like people are pushing forward, hiring people. So clearly,
yeah. Well, I think Poland is its own little utopia as well. Because I think the rest of Europe seems to be taking that mantra survive till 25, whereas Poland, as we've seen in the past, is just keeps moving forward, and we're not seeing as much downturn as maybe you might see in other countries.
Yeah,
so.
and it may even be because some people are coming this way because it's a little bit slower in Western Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to some of the British and the French retailers, and they're like, "Yeah, of course we're coming. It's Poland. That's where we're opening," and nervous about Western Europe.
Yeah.
So well, good to hear it's going in Poland, and good that there's so many options. And Mark, great to see you. Thank you very much, Craig. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all watching this special edition of the Coffee with Craig show, our recruitment and HR section. And definitely give Mark a call if you're looking for a job or if you're looking to hire some new people and build the team. Yeah, or call Donita. Yeah, I guess she's our Marina. Yeah. She's the next one. So good. Yeah. Or Magda. Yeah. Also. So the team's getting bigger. I'm going to have to remember all these names now. All right. So thank you all for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you with the news. And we'll also be on Monday morning, the 4th, broadcasting from London and getting ready for the CEE conference there. So enjoy the rest of the day. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.